A man who was part of an area of Europe in which Winston Churchill said that an iron curtain had descended upon has helped to blunt the steel blades of Sheffield United. And what makes it even better, this game was just a little bit too easy for us to win. I think it could have been something like 5-0 had we taken a few more chances, but either way, I was pretty happy that we won this. And it was just a game that we had to win to stop losing 3 games in a row. So there are a hell of a lot of good things about this. But what's the best thing? The clean sheet, Bowen scoring his first home goal, and being 1 goal away from scoring 100 career goals, David Moyes winning his 900th league game as a manager. No. It was our potato salad scranner, Thomas Souček, who was taking a lot of the plaudits in this. And I'm one of those people who's got to big him up right now. The man's back to his best. It finished West Ham United 2, Sheffield United 0 at the London Stadium. A game in which basically the better team won. But Sheffield United was awful. Every one of their shots was more or less off target, no real threat on goal. And the fact West Ham had 7 shots on target in the first 45 minutes suggests total dominance by the Hammers. I felt that we did definitely control the game. Even from like the first 5 minutes onwards, we were definitely in control. The first half was all about dominance, and the second half was all about, I suppose, not trying to inflict any damage on ourselves by allowing the opposition to score and giving them some hope. Yes, okay, Sheffield United came close at times, but it was nothing too intimidating. And honestly, it's as deserved a win as you can possibly get. Without going into too much ado, let's get into the starting lineup for West Ham. So it's pretty much the same team as per usual, with Areola in goal, Sofal and Emerson as the fullbacks, Zuma and Aguerd as centre-backs, Alvarez as a CDM, Ward-Prowse and Souček as the central midfielders, whereas Paquetá, Bowen and Antonio as well. Very good team, to be honest with you. People were asking for Kudus to start this. It's going to have to... I'm not saying he's going to have to be patient, but he's going to have to find a way to get in there somehow, and I'm not sure how it's going to be. However, it's not like he's just been left out to dry. I will give him that. There were calls for Mavropanos to start in this because of Aguerd's poor form, but it was Aguerd that was the one who got the starting call. It's worth noting this Sheffield United team, prior to this game, had conceded 17 goals in the season, and 9 of those came from set pieces. So I was hoping for Ward-Prowse to do his thing. Anyone else just feel like they're on the edge of the seat when Ward-Prowse takes one of his free kicks or corners? It's like a Payet taking a free kick moment. You anticipate something to happen, and that's what I thought would happen in this game. The man that was impressing me a lot in this game was Souček, because he was attacking the ball a hell of a lot more. He was getting in the box a lot more, and that's the main way to score. If you're not in the box, you can't really score. That's a fundamental. Souček was certainly giving this a good go. Bowen was tight on the channels as well. He was able to outsmart a couple of defenders. John Egan had a rough time defending him. That Thomas player that plays for Sheffield United was definitely being very reckless. He was lucky not to get booked or sent off or give a goal away, because he was just being very bounce around like a bloody Hoover. You know them big fat things on TV, like bouncing around like them lot. Sheffield United was forced to shoot from range because they couldn't get it into the box that clearly. 2 goal line clearances in quick succession made them quite nervous, but West Ham were banging on the door. Them lot were offside a few times. First goal came, and this is lovely. If Brighton had done this, everyone would be jizzing themselves. Seriously. You know what I'm saying? If, I don't know, say somebody like Arsenal did this goal, people wouldn't shut up about it for days. But West Ham did this goal. It was literally basic first touch football, but with reason. There was an interchange between Sofal and Alvarez. Alvarez finds Souček. Souček gets it to Sofal, diagonal ball. Sofal low cross into the box. And this is where the art of deception comes in. I think the Sheffield United defenders anticipate Ward-Prowse to get that ball first. And in the whole time they're watching Ward-Prowse, they don't see Jarrod Bowen coming into the box. And he's there to first time finish it past Wes Foderingham. Into the corner. 5th goal this season for Jarrod Bowen. Thomas was looking to give a penalty to West Ham because he was rough in the box. Antonio was getting pushed around by him. 2-0 came from Thomas Souček, and Mikel Antonio does well here not to shoot because he sees Souček going in towards the box. He's onside, passes it very slowly into him. Souček controls it quickly, slots it under the keeper, 2-0. The opposition just looked confused at this point and just looked very lost. They couldn't hit the barn door. Do you know what I'm saying? They couldn't even hit the high note. Pavarotti would be annoyed for not doing that. They couldn't even do the moves. Arctic Monkeys from Sheffield infamously said, I bet you look good on the dance floor, but these ones, I bet you look dud on dance floor. United's threat was just too much of a scare, wasn't too much of a scare to me, They came close, but it wasn't scary. Nothing made me go, ooh, who's going to score, they're going to score. And that was even really bad acting, by the way, so that's why I'm not accepted to Lander. But wasn't an exciting half. Double sub happened. Alvarez taken off because he was on a yellow card and being a little bit too cocky with his tackling. Ben Rama was put on. Antonio was off for Kudus. Kudus with his Messi-esque running, by the way. Just keeping the ball really on his foot and just rounding players and going down the middle. That guy is showing glimpses of quality already. Souček also headed straight at the keeper. Bowen came off for Fornals and Mavropanos on for Paquetá later on in the game. If you're a Sheffield United fan, your team's conceded 10 goals in 2 games, and that's worrying. Eckenbottom's time at the club is now on thin ice. His job's certainly not as secure. The security is probably about as good as, say, security inside Prism nightclub when they just let loads of minors in. But one thing was for sure, West Ham was amazing in this game. And Thomas Souček, you have really rocked my world right now, mate. That man is transformed. He's our most improved player this season. That certain Basmati guy, Declan Rice, was holding back my potato salad. Rice is carbohydrates, isn't it? Potato salad is healthy because it's got all that vegetables and stuff. And it's going to some of your 5 a day in that. And that's why Souček's looking quality right now. He's got that 5 a day over the carbs. Man's made of steel. Solid, funny bloke as well, for what I see. Really nice bloke, and now he's back at his best. It does make you wonder, though, how are some of our other players going to get in the team, and do we have to really chop and change right now? I don't think we do, and that's a really good dilemma for the manager to have. He doesn't have to necessarily get rid of players because they're playing badly. Everyone's playing really well right now, and Thomas Souček, man, this guy is on a bit of a streak. He scored in the League Cup, he scored in Europe, he scored in the Premier League now. My God. People were slagging him off, and rightly so. But there's no need to slag him off anymore, is there? He's doing class.